Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace, this is Adam Diaz,
Hello.
and today we're here to read you folks some homegrown horror.
Indeed, we are. Homegrown horror is the wonderful stories that you folks have sent to us that are either creepy, supernatural, spiritual, paranormal, sometimes coincidental, sometimes true crime, sometimes extraterrestrial in nature. Robin, if someone had a story like that they would like to share, where could they send it?
You can send it to our email, storytime@scaryish.com. You can also go to our website, which just so happens to be scaryish.com. You can fill out the contact us page there, and it'll email it to us that way. We also have social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We get a lot of stories through Insta. Yeah.
Indeed. So we hope to hear from you. We're going to be reading 4 homegrown horrors this evening. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
You have the mouse, so why don't you go first?
Okay, indeed I will. This one's called Hello Spooky Homies. That is the subject. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Let's jump right in. John from Texas again with the third story. This time I have a story that's just bizarre and batshit crazy. Let's go back to when I was at the end of my 6th grade year. A little bit of info needed. During Xmas that year, my parents got me this sweet hologram watch with Mickey Mouse looking like a gangster with saggy pants.
What's
in
a
parentheses.
hologram watch?
It's just like a hologram card, I would guess, that you would get in like a trading card game.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it kind of looks 3D, it shimmers.
I see what you're saying.
I believe
the
we have
transforming ones.
I guess. I'm
Where
just
it's
talking
like-
about ones that shimmer. That's what I think it is, at least.
Well, yeah, so if you turn it a different way, it shows a different picture.
I was thinking it just shows like different color spectrum. Like kind of we have hologram ones. I don't know what you would call
That's
them.
holographic.
Holographic. Either way, that's what they got, was a hologram watch with Mickey Mouse looking like a gangster with saggy pants. And it says in parentheses, it was the early 90s. My dad got the face of the watch and took a metal band from his collection and made me a cooler version. This watch was unique and everyone knew me as the hologram watch kid. Towards the end of the year, we had a new student show up and she was quiet and always wore a hoodie and never took off her backpack. She would talk to herself and would draw symbols on her skin. Well, of course, she became the butt of jokes, and guys would say, oh, that's your girlfriend, or that's your future wife, or worse, which I won't repeat, because during these sensitive times, I will get canceled. Also, it's really shitty to do that to another human being. I think that's more the lesson that you should learn from something like that, is you shouldn't pick on someone for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, she only stayed for a few months, and one day, she flipped out on my science teacher and ran out of class like Forrest Gump. She threw her backpack at him, and all her stuff flew out. Here's where it gets weird. The teacher started picking up all her papers and stopped and picked up a Polaroid picture. He chuckled and looked at me. Of course, everyone was wondering why he's looking at me, so he brings me the picture, and what I saw was fucking crazy. Of course, the picture was kind of dark, but you can clearly see the girl in her hoodie hugging a guy outside at home. The guy looked exactly like me, and he had my metal band hologram Mickey watch on. The exact same unique one on. I'd never even talked to this girl nor let anyone borrow my watch, so I was freaking out.
It's like a picture of the future. It's that episode of Goosebumps.
Okay. You say that like everyone knows which episode you're referring to.
It's the episode of Goosebumps that has Ryan Gosling in it.
Oh, that one. Everyone remembers it now.
There's a camera in it that takes a picture of the future.
I was thinking alternate timeline stuff, but who knows? Everyone kept teasing me all day, saying she ran out of class because I wouldn't marry her or be her baby daddy. It was hard to argue when my watch was so unique, and there it was in the picture. Later at home, I asked my parents if I had any relatives who knew her, or if I was ever at a family gathering with her, but they had no clue. The next day, I was ready to get more jokes, but what's crazy is no one brought it up or said anything like it never happened. Once I got to science class, I asked the teacher, hey, where's that picture? And he looked confused and said, what picture? I said it was in her backpack, remember? He pulled her backpack out and said, I didn't go through her stuff. I said, come on, are you fucking with me? He got upset and told me to sit down.
A 6th grader would not say, are you fucking with me?
Anyway, I asked throughout the day, said they didn't, so we left out some words there. Let me go ahead and mark that. Beep. Anyway, I asked throughout the day, and folks said they didn't know what happened to her, nor remembered any picture. She never returned to school and was slowly forgotten. How weird is that? A picture says 1,000 what the fucks. I never retold this story to anyone growing up because I had no idea what to make of it. I know it wasn't a dream, just weird as fuck. Thanks for reading. Sorry so long.
It's not that long, but also very weird.
Yeah, it is definitely weird. The first instinct I had is it was probably a dream. You know?
That's what I'm thinking, is that it was a dream.
And then I think it's funny that at the end of it's like, it wasn't a dream. It was just something really, really weird that happened. It's very odd that everyone sort of stopped remembering the next day, because it's like an everyone versus you situation almost.
Yeah.
So, and it's really odd also that after that, like, one, we don't know why the girl freaked out. Probably because she was picked on and treated like shit. And two, apparently they just disappear after this incident. So it's definitely very odd.
I have had really realistic dreams myself that you wake up and you think they're real, you know? So I feel like this is one of those things where you're like, you dreamt it and you were like, this is real, this happened.
Well, like, the teacher still had the backpack, so that part definitely happened.
Okay.
What I will say is, like, the picture having someone who looked like you having a watch that looked exactly like yours, like that face, that Mickey watch was probably super common, but the band was probably super unique, you know? But when it's a Polaroid and it's dark, like a band that looks similar to yours would look identical to it, you know, through like really crappy resolution.
Also, there are people that look similar to other people.
People have doppelgangers everywhere. The watch thing is definitely odd. But I will say, I will file this one under coinky dink.
Yeah.
I think this one's a coincidence.
Coincidental.
And of course, when you're a kid in high school or sixth grade or whatever it was, you know, people just decide that, oh, you know, there's a little detail that looks really similar. It's got to be the same exact thing. The weirdest part is that everyone was like, I don't remember that at all. So, yeah, definitely a weird one. Thank you for sending it in. All right. Let's go ahead and read some of the wonderful stuff over there in Stream Chat. I'm going to adjust my camera to tilt up. Let's get Robin a little bit more centered here, because she's definitely leaning off to the other side. Is that better? That looks better. Kind of, maybe. Is that better?
Why do you gotta make those sounds for?
They'll just come out. There's nothing I can do about it.
I like that you can see the mess that is my desk right now.
Yeah, I usually clean it up, but I didn't have time today, so apologies to all for that. Let me just brush this mustache really fast here. I thought about just getting rid of it today. It's been pissing me off lately because it's just not doing what I want it to, but who cares, right? It's a mustache, so. All right, let's scroll up and see the first thing. The first things that were said in the channel were very early. 18:10, which means 6:10, 15 minutes before we went live. 20 minutes before.
I'm gonna drink whatchamacallit. What did we have? What is this?
You could just read the label, I guess. That works.
That mead, that honey mead. So I'm gonna drink that today. I'm shaking it because I don't know if sediment's at the bottom or whatever. Okay.
So like I was saying, had to be interrupted. IMB Trainer put the first message in there. It says, hey, how's the spooky fam? At 6:10. ASB Bunny said, morning all at 18:22. Laura Ann said, hello at 23. ASB Bunny says, how are you, lovely? It was nice to see a lot of engagement before we even got rolling. It's always nice to see. ASB Bunny says, woo, almost 2 years. Which reminds me, let's go ahead and read some of those notifications that came in while we were waiting to get the train rolling here. I say that because there was a hype train that got going.
Oh, nice.
So Laura Ann resubscribed with Prime Gaming. They've been subscribed for 21 months.
Wow.
Said, woo, woo.
Thank you so much.
Chunks to resubscribe with Prime Gaming. They've been subscribed for 7 months. Said, woo. Fancy Iguana resubscribed with their own money for 1 month. They've been subscribed for 8 months. They have a 1 month streak. They've been with us for 8 whole months. They also said,
nice.
woo. Scrolling up a little bit more. Glitch Grim says resubscribed. Glitch Grim resubscribed with Prime. They've been subscribed for 23 months
almost
now.
2 years.
Says, woo, 23 months. Let's go. Hasta la pasta. I'd never heard that before.
Oh my God. Yeah, seriously. We'd never heard that before.
Not once.
Oh my goodness. All right. And then 2 redeemed drinks.
Yes.
So get
Hailstorm redeemed a drink 7 minutes ago, and Nefcore just redeemed one.
Oh my
now.
God. We actually got to meet her.
We did really indeed. Nice. I'm going to scooch over the mouse over there because I have an extra one over here.
Okay,
if need be. I'm going to be drinking what I normally drink, which is Summer Shandy Leinenkugels.
It just smells so strong, you know? Like, you just smell the booze.
How's everyone doing today? It's been a really hectic day for me. I had a really, really busy day, and I was setting up stuff for tomorrow's really, really busy day, so...
That made me think of the tripod, because it's like, Miles is always like, how you fucking doing tonight? He's just so funny.
I thought you were going to be like, it made me think of this episode of Buffy.
No. I wish. I love Buffy.
1 drink down. I will keep scrolling and see what's going on. Lots of people putting in their hashtags for their teams.
I forgot how sweet this stuff is. It is so sweet.
It's probably like sat too. It's a good thing you shook it.
And so it's like all of it together.
IMB transfers were cold in Ohio this evening from the rain showers that we had all day. Scrolling.
You know how hot it was on my way home from work today? It was 111.
That's hot.
111 degrees, dude.
Captain Fagay tossed out hashtag team no blanket. It's hot in Philly right now.
It
LOL.
is so effing hot, dude. And it's funny because I'm wearing a cardigan today. I wore a cardigan to work. And all weekend while we were in California, I was wearing sweaters. Hello, Jada. Graduation tomorrow. Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Shout out to Maya, who's over there on YouTube, says, yay, made it. Hello from California and still at work. Hello, Maya. Thank you for joining us. Chunkster says, I'll be ghost listening with some comments here and there. They are most likely also still at work.
Sharisi says, excited for my second live stream. Welcome to your second live stream.
Sherry Sue?
It says Sharisi.
Isn't that what they told us last episode?
Oh, that is Sherry Sue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scrolling.
You're smarter than I am. I have the memory of an Etch-a-Sketch, as Adam likes to say. I'm so excited for your graduation, dude. You're gonna be done. Graduated. Everybody who's graduated high school, congratulations. It was a lot of work. Y'all have done so hard. So much work. So hard.
Yeah, so when I tossed out hashtag Team
so
Alphabet Mafia, it's also Pride Month. So shout out to all you folks out there. Happy Pride Month. Lots of folks remarking on the battles that were taking place. I'm going to scroll a little bit more.
Says, I was a little mean to Robin in my homegrown horror I just sent. I instantly wanted to undo as soon as it was sent.
I saw it come in a couple days ago. I figured it was you because I saw the name that came with it. And yeah, the intro is a little bit mean. So I was like, I'll just edit that out.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it say?
It just leaves you out.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure it's like, hello, Adam, and other people.
Oh,
or
whatever.
And others, something like that. Scrolling.
Oh yes. Happy Pride. Today's the second day of Pride Month.
I just wished everyone a happy Pride.
Really? I didn't hear. Sorry. But yeah. So happy.
It's like we
Pride
do things
Month,
twice.
everyone.
We do things separately.
Hey, you know what?
We should just draw a line
Pride
down the
Month
middle of this
deserves
office.
all the attention.
Sure. I figured you'd give it attention when I said it the first time. But hey, stop hitting the desk, please.
Earthquake.
You're gonna give people motion sickness.
Oh, you know what's funny is after we recorded the last episode, the actual topic or the special guest episode with our friends over at the JJ Obsession, there was a fucking earthquake.
And she freaked the fuck out.
I freaked out.
Robin was on high alert from all the scary stories.
Yes.
So she was like, I need to go to the bathroom. Can you come with me? I was like, sure. And when she started to get up, there was a tiny little earthquake where you could just feel it shake. And then she like when a fucking cat like freaks out and like skitters and like just ruffles. Like she did that. So the noise that came that freaked everyone else out was from Robin skittering. And we're all like, what? She's like, is there an earthquake? We're like, yeah, there is.
No, I didn't say, is there an earthquake? I said, what was that?
What's going on?
That is not what happened.
And we said, it's an earthquake.
You're
and she
dumb
goes,
bitch.
it's an earthquake. We're like, yeah,
hey,
it's an earthquake.
Hey, stop being such a stupid
Well, here's
bitch.
the thing. We're going to have another episode with the JJ Obsession in the future. And we will definitely talk about the fact that there was an earthquake. And we'll see what they say in regards to how Robin reacted.
Oh, I definitely skittered. Skittered. It was scary. Because it just felt like something was coming out of the ground. It was terrifying.
I guess it felt like that.
It felt like that under my feet. I don't know what it felt like on your side, but it definitely felt that under my feet.
Yeah, definitely that extra 36 inches of distance. You had the epicenter of the earthquake right there.
100.
Fancy Iguana says, congrats on graduating.
Because a hailstorm graduated. So, congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats to everyone. It's nice to see. Hailstorm says, I got to shoot one of my teachers with water guns, so it was fun. For my graduation, I did a huge burnout in the parking lot and drove away. And they tried to withhold my diploma unless I did community service, to which my mom told them to get fucked.
For my
because
graduation,
only a judge can give you community service.
For my graduation, I did nothing that I wanted to do.
Which means you did what?
Which means my family made me do all this stuff that I was really embarrassed to do, and I had to dress up in a stupid fucking outfit, and I had to do all this stupid stuff that I didn't want to do. Yeah.
I went to graduation, and I got my diploma, which was nice. So yeah, that's about it for my graduation story. And then I, of course, had an open house, which was sweet. Grim Weeper says, hi, missed y'all. I'm Butrin says, I want some mead. Don't we all? Glitch says, over there on YouTube.
It's so strong. Like, bah.
Glitch says over there on YouTube, I am good. I have to be on YouTube for a minute getting food, then home. Right on.
Nice.
Totally makes sense. Laura Ann redeemed a drink as well 5 minutes ago. That puts us up to 3. I think I still owe 2.
I'm Winter says, is it just me, or does Robin kind of look like she is a Hogwarts student relaxing after a long potions class?
She is wearing her
Thank
Hogwarts.
you. That's very nice of you. I really enjoy that, whatchamacallit? The thing.
Description?
Yeah. Compliment? I don't fucking do. Yeah.
She enjoys the words that you put at her. They were nice words.
This is a Gryffindor
Stop
thing.
shaking the desk.
Wait. Oh, yeah, Gryffindor. I wore my Hufflepuff one, like, this weekend, so it's dirty.
Sherry Sue says, I'm drinking water and snacking on sunflower seeds. I had a doppelganger at day camp when I was 9.
Wow.
I had a doppelganger when I was, like, 18, and everyone's like, they look just like you. And I went in and I was like, he's, like, 3 inches shorter. And he's super pale, and he's skinny as fuck, because, like, this kid looks nothing like me. But he was really mean to people, and they're like, well, he kind of acts like you. And I was like, I'm way funnier than he is. He's not charming, so I disagree.
The only person that looked like me was my sister. So, the Fancy Iguana says, how was the Buffy school? Did y'all end up going? We did not, but we're going to go the next time we go back to California, I think was what the plan is.
Indeed.
So I'm very excited. I know it's going to be stupid. That, like, our friends keep saying, like, you guys are going to be really disappointed because it's just, you know, the outside of the school is.
You just take your elbows off the desk. You just shake the camera so much. Stop it. I'm holding my beer, dude. Jeez. God.
But they're like, it's just the outside of the school. And I'm really curious because the scenes that I really want to see are like when they're outside in the little courtyard area that have the stairs that go up behind it. The ones that, what's her name got pushed down. I don't know if Cordelia was the one that got pushed down the stairs or the blonde one. I forget what her name was. She was just
Buffy.
No, she was just such a bitch. But the one that they like Buffy and Xander and Willow all sit around that little water fountain.
Yeah, I know. I know the water fountain for sure you're talking about.
So that's what I'm kind of excited to see. You know, like, I don't know. I love Buffy, so whatever. Anyway.
I'm B Train says, I'm what's are you equating her to Hermione? I'm what's says, nah, equating her to Neville, which is funny. Beast Nerd said split screen, fancy. We've been rocking this setup for a few months now. Yeah. Oh no, it's been like a few months for sure. We've had this thing, like the whole setup in the office here since like long? February.
That means I really need to finish the office redecorating vlog thing.
Yup, you sure do. I'm B Train says, but she's better than Neville and better looking too.
No, Neville so nice. Longbottom is hot as fuck.
He is pretty hot.
So hot. Like, sorry, babe.
I just said he was hot too.
He's definitely hot. Yeah, for sure.
Scrolling.
If I could longbottom, that'd be great.
Got a pretty long bottom. Sherry Sue says, it's been 26 years since I graduated high school. Miss those days, LOL. I've been blasting my air. Yeah, I kind of had the AC cranked up. I think I might have turned it down a little bit too early because it's
hot in here.
Already super hot in here.
Man, I graduated in 2007.
03 for me.
Oh my God.
Anna over there on YouTube says, sup, earthquakes? Nope, I'm a good Midwestern girl. My wrath of God will turn the sky green and descend from above. I have never been in a like super serious earthquake, so I can just say outright that I would much rather have the earthquakes that I've had over the last 11 years since I left the Midwest than a single fucking tornado, which are awful and so destructive.
It's funny because our friends were just like, this is normal. It happens all the time.
Yeah, Captain Vega puts it best here. The earthquakes are indeed scary and fun when it's not the big one. Yeah, because sometimes just like, ooh.
Well, the one that we had out here, that we were sitting in our loft, and you can see
everything shaking.
Everything around us was shaking. The floor was shaking. You could see the blinds moving back and forth, and it lasted for a while. So that one was scary.
The thing that scared me the most,
I should have gone and checked the pool.
The thing that scared me the most about the one we felt out here was that it got to the point where I realized that if it got any worse, I was gonna have to go and hold the TV to keep it from falling off the stand.
Wow.
Because it's not mounted on the wall, and I was like, they're starting to wobble. Yeah, this is like fun a little bit. But it was like, okay, we're almost to the point where we're going to have some property damage, so.
Sherry Sue says, I'm up to topic episode 116 and live stream 106. Dang, that's a lot.
Nice. Hailstorm says, I have over 300 hours of community service. Hopefully that's voluntary and not court-ordered, but hey, I won't judge you either way.
MQI says, I live near Yellowstone, and we had a pretty big earthquake one time. I was laying on my bed, and it started moving across the room. That is fucking terrifying.
I was so confused, looked over, and my clothes were swinging back and forth in my closet. I was still confused. All that training in elementary school about getting in a doorway went right out the window.
I feel like in a situation like that, you don't think about it. You just want to run out, right?
At first, you're like, what the hell is happening? Like, is it a ghost?
Beast Nerd says, I was training in the desert once in the Marines, and we got hit by a 7.4 earthquake. Being from Southern California, it was whatever to me, but man, the biggest scary Marines were crying.
That's funny.
That's freaking crazy.
Captain Fake Eye says, LOL, yeah, I think the training from school has made me immune to smaller earthquakes, but 7.4 is huge.
And then she says, well, that sounds dirty out of context.
That's pretty funny. Fancy Iguana says, the fountain is inside the school, and you can go inside if you go through the back. Back gate is always, and then it doesn't, I'm going to guess always open?
Probably.
Or locked, I don't know. Sherry Sue says, I'm 1995 from high school. Glitch says, he also did an underwear ad. He is for sure a long bottom, LOL. He's like holding his junk in that ad too.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I need to see this ad.
You've seen it repeatedly.
Have I?
Yes.
Okay. Someone posted it in
so
the Discord.
Absurd.
All right.
All right. Now what's the nurse says, so is Spooky Sis Robin's sister, and will she ever make a guest appearance like Spooky Mom? Spooky Sis is Robin's sister.
We don't have scary stories. Our family doesn't have scary stories. If we did, I've already told them on the podcast. So
I think if Spooky Sis ever made a guest appearance, it would be during like
it would be during like a fun video that we do.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she's been on.
She was in a little Storytime episode once. When we went to that meetup that we had at that place, Winchester.
Yeah, when we went to the Winchester, she was our camera person. She also edits videos, but I don't send her all this. Like I should send her all the stuff for the room that she can do, all the editing for that. But she was also in when we play Call of Duty. She plays Call of Duty with us. She plays Among Us with us. Yeah,
you'll see her in our Let's Plays for sure. Yeah. Cool. Anna over there on YouTube says, I do remember an earthquake that went off in Southern Illinois. Woke up to my bed swaying and legit thought it was the fucking ghosts and went back to sleep. My brother lived through that one. He was in Southern Indiana at the time. And it was really bad. He thought a train had derailed nearby, and that's what was making everything shake. Mainly because it's just like you don't have earthquakes in Indiana, even though there is a fault there. In fact, the last time that fault went off really big, it made the Mississippi River change directions. And if you see a map of the Mississippi River, it flows north to south, except for one spot where it literally curves up and then comes back around because the land shifted so much, and the Mississippi River is such a huge river that the water just found the area of least resistance, and it literally changes direction at one point and then goes back, which is some crazy shit.
Ralph says, I could do an entire episode on all the natural disasters I've been a part of.
Well, obviously we're going to have to do that.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a natural disasters episode and a guest appearance of, what is that, Plain White Tees. Because they have the song Natural Disaster.
Oh, cool, I guess. I haven't heard a Plain White Tees song in forever. Okay, we got a lot of chat. We're at the bottom, so now we're just hanging out. So let's go ahead and move into our second story of the show. I'm going to go ahead and mark this. You just have to click it. You don't have to smack it.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go into my first story of the episode, and the title, subject is, What the Fuck Just Ran Across the Highway? All right, it goes. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Hope you folks are having a mighty fine day. I'm not entirely sure where the cowboy verbiage came from, but it's going to go away now.
I was going to say, like, I should just tip my hat and be like, ma'am.
Charmed. I literally already typed so much of this out, and then my phone decided to freaking update, and I lost it. Oh, that's the worst.
It really is. That happens to me at work sometimes. I'll be replying to an email, and I'll, like, click to a different window just to, like, make sure my information is correct, and I click back, and all my shit is gone. It's the worst.
Okay, cutting to the chase. I'm driving home. Not right now, because that would be dangerous. It's evening. It's my evening commute, but because of astronomy and saving daylight and the tilt of the planet on its axis or whatever, it's brighter than my future used to be before I turned 13. Okay, so...
There's more to that.
Okay, fuck me. This is a really long sentence. It's a really long sentence. It's 3 lines. Okay. It's my evening commute, but because of astronomy and saving daylight and the tilt of the planet on its axis or whatever, it's brighter than my future used to be before I turned 13, entered middle school, and everything subsequently went downhill. All right. Interesting
way to describe your life since you were 13.
Hopefully your life is better now. It's actually a special kind of bright. Thunderstorms battered the area all day, but the cell finally moved on and the sun broke through the few scattered clouds that remained. You know the kind of bright I'm talking about, where everything is just super vibrant, like someone turned the contrast and focus up? It was like that. It was really pretty, actually.
Right on.
All right. Anyway, I'm barreling down the local highway, going a steady 20 over the speed limit. Who the fuck is gonna go 55 during rush hour? It's funny because I was talking to somebody today and I was like, we got to Vegas from California in 3 hours. And it's like, you can go 100 in the long straightaways because everyone is going 100.
It's not like we were just being like, we're going to do 100.
No,
everyone in traffic was doing like 95 minimum.
Yeah, it's nuts. Anyway, so I'm approaching a really busy section. I perk up and pay extra close attention to what's going on in every possible direction. Now, when I say busy, I don't mean the traffic. That's pretty standard. I mean the surroundings. Forests, a little shanty house complex, some overpasses, some weird industrial building, just a lot of shit going on. All that makes me nervous. So I'm on high alert whenever I drive through. Well, let me tell you what my high alert ass caught 300 feet ahead of me. Let me tell you. Are you going to let me tell you?
Oh my God, just tell us already.
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I know what it wasn't. It wasn't a person. No person is that physically large, nor would they cross 4 lanes of speeding traffic during rush hour. It wasn't a deer. Deer aren't bipedal. They aren't pitch black either. It wasn't a shadow. There was nothing around, on the ground or in the sky, to cast it.
Can you imagine a deer running on its hind legs just for funsies?
Or a big giant moose? Jesus.
That would be terrifying.
It wasn't normal. Nothing normal moves like that. Maybe 9 or 10 feet tall.
That's super tall.
It had humanoid proportions, though thinking back, its arms might have been a little longer than standard. It was pitch black, like a Sharpie doodle or something. A long head, or maybe something on top like antlers or a funky hat. It moved up out of the forest, across 2 lanes of eastbound traffic, down and up a grassy median, across 2 lanes of westbound traffic, back into a forest, in maybe not even 5 seconds.
That's super fast. We've already had one similar to this where the person thought that they saw a Wendigo, which is kind of similar to the description we're getting right now.
Similar, yeah.
And again, it was on the road.
It wasn't rushing, though. It wasn't even running or even speed walking. It seemed totally relaxed, like it was out for a little stroll in the park and not fucking my whole life up by crossing the highway at 5:15 p.m. on a Thursday evening. Sir, I've already had a long day at work. Can we please reschedule this encounter? Thank you. That's fucked up. Okay. But seriously, it crossed the highway in the blink of an eye. At least what I assumed to be. I was too freaked out to actually blink. It was walking totally normal, but like not actually walking, like gliding. But its legs were moving like it was walking. Kind of how the vampires in Twilight would move. I can see it.
I hate this description so much now. No, I can't.
Oh my God. Okay. You know the scene where all the vampires, like the bad guys in the first movie, are coming out of the forest while they're playing baseball?
I thought they just walked. I didn't realize there was a special walk they did.
It's just like they like glide, you know? But this thing didn't sparkle in sunlight, so that's off the list. And y'all, I swear to whatever God you believe in that this isn't a pasta time. I saw what I saw, and I may not know what the fuck it was, but I know I saw it. I don't know if everyone else on the highway saw it too, because like we were on the highway, all kinds of in our cars going real fast, already miles and miles down the road before our tiny little human brains could even process what they just saw. I didn't even think to pull over. Even thinking about it now gives me the willies. Nope, don't want to pull over. Don't want to be anywhere near that thing. Want to be in my car, driving away. Bye-bye, weird thing. See ya, never. You know what, though? If I ever do see it again, I'm probably gonna pull over, hunt it down, try and figure out what it was. Because seriously, what the fuck was that thing? Like, please, seriously, someone answer me. I drive past that forest twice a day. Please tell me what it was.
End of email.
Yeah, it's the end of the email. If that were a Wendigo, you know, it sounds like a Wendigo because of the antlers, the gliding aspect of it.
The description definitely sounds like a Wendigo. Yeah. But like, why the hell are Wendigo hanging out on highways nowadays? It just doesn't make any sense.
Because we're encroaching on its territory.
I don't think there's much encroaching going on in this particular area, but I don't know. Is there construction going on where the Wendigo, which is not a natural occurring phenomenon. It's like a cursed human being with cannibalism that turns into this horrific creature. They don't have a natural habitat aside from being cold and near cannibals. So it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Is there construction nearby? And have you heard about any cannibals lately? Because then maybe we can put this thing together and say it's a Wendigo. Otherwise, it just seems like a very large, tall, terrifying creature, which I do not recommend you pull over and get out of your car, especially if you're on the freeway. Pulling over on the freeway is dangerous and should only be done in emergency situations or if you've been caught by the police.
It's one of the ghosts of Donner's Pass.
I mean, where was this email? They didn't say where they were
It's
from, right?
California, I think.
California? You sure about that?
Let me scroll.
I don't think speed limits are 55 in California unless it's construction.
You're right about that. Okay, let's see.
I'm guessing this sounds pretty East Coast to me. East Coast or maybe Midwest, but yeah, I still have many questions on this. I kind of want to know where this was taking place. I understand if you don't want to share your location, that's totally fine, but it's a lot harder for us to figure out what it was. And if you do find out, please let us know because this one has us all very intrigued.
Yes, thank you so much, Meg, for sending in your story.
Indeed, thank you so much. All right, so before we move and looking over into the stream chat and all that fun stuff, I do this thing where we run the commercial after we read all the chat. Robin's just decided to hold my hand while I was making some serious gestures with it because she always has to troll me with her love, which is fine. I'm used to it by now. That said, I'm going to run the commercial break now, one, so I don't forget, and two, so that we don't have to do it like an hour and a half into the show because anyone that joins after this should not get an ad. So we're going to run 60 seconds right meow.
All right. I'm going to take a drink. Because we have 3, and I need to do one more. So
I am caught up on the drinky drinks.
Oh, you did?
But I'll read these notifications once we get back from the 60-second ad break. Oh, that one was cool. I'll close it out for you.
Bull.
Delicious, huh? I really wish I could find myself some fucking sunset weed. I'm so sick of summer shandy. I'm going to have to switch to a different beer. No, I do not. Listening to you gag every time you take a sip has not inspired me to want to drink your drink for you.
It's pretty bad.
So
it's like, it's not that it's bad. It's
powerful.
So sweet. It's like drinking sugar.
It's like drinking sugar with booze.
Sugar and water.
Sugar in water. Nordic honey wine with hops added. Sounds delicious. All right, we should be back from our 60-second break now. So let's look over in the stream chat, see what you folks had to say right before we started, and move on from there.
I think my lip split.
Beast Nerd says, Spooky Sis is super cool.
Aw, I'm glad you think so. Also, yeah, I like taste blood in my mouth, man.
Sounds like your lip split. IMB Trainer says, I can remember one earthquake that confused me, and I thought that was just the house I lived in being rickety. I was laying on the top bunk of my bed and felt a gentle rumbling, lasted about 10 seconds, and was just enough to make me go, what was that? Oh well, back to sleep. The morning news reported the next morning that Ohio had a small tremor, like a 2.3 or something, if I recall. I don't think I've been woken up by anything before. I've definitely slept through anything that in the morning someone said, like, oh, did you feel the earthquake last night? I'm like, absolutely not. Because I can sleep through earthquakes. But I did also, I used to live like 200 feet, maybe, if that, away from like a very busy railroad track. So my apartment would shake all the time. The rent was super low. But you'd hear it go by and be like, and like anything that wasn't like on a good spot, on a solid surface, would just shake and rattle and roll. And
I was going to say that.
When I laid down at night and it would shake, it felt like I was in like one of those beds that you put a quarter into and it like massages you to sleep by just shaking you. All right, let's keep scrolling.
It's so hot in here. My legs are so sweaty.
It's just hot in general. And then it's also hot in here. ASP Bunny says, who here witnessed a meteor hitting Earth near them? It's insane.
I have not.
Never seen a meteor hit near me. I think that's pretty rare as far as I know.
Also very dangerous. The idea of having a meteor just strike near you.
Yeah. Norbab13 over there in YouTube says, hey everyone, what up? Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Captain Vega says that the drive from LA to Vegas is a little crazy. It definitely can be.
It is, definitely. When there's no traffic, it's great. But everyone is going a million miles an hour.
Yeah, the thing is when we go to LA or California or Anaheim or San Diego or wherever we're going, we typically leave to go there the same days that people in California are coming to Vegas. So we'll see a fuck ton of traffic going in the opposite direction into Vegas. And then when we go home, vice versa, it'll be pretty clear skies for us. Knock on wood for the future. And then on the way back to California is just a long snake of headlights from Vegas to California, where I'm pretty sure the traffic, I saw an article that said it was backed up by like 16 miles on the 15. And I can definitely confirm that was the case. It was nuts.
It was like blocked. Like, I can't even. It was just a big car noodle. Like
car noodle is such a good way to describe it.
Because the road is like a noodle, right? And it was just all cars, like straight touching each other. It was nuts.
They weren't actually touching each other.
But you know what I mean.
Amos says, I've never seen one, but there have been times where I pray for one to strike me dead to get out of uncomfortable situations. That's hilarious. IMB Train says the closest on the meteor thing was that reported in / near Russia about 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Somebody says, we had a meteor hit near my city last year, and it was the scariest, weirdest situation ever.
Says, maybe a bear. They can walk bipedal. You know what it is? It's a man-bear pig.
But they said it was like skinny with long arms, which is why I didn't go with bear. It might be an emaciated bear, but the long arms thing, like...
Because it's like strangely long.
Yeah. 5 to Daisy said today was hot, period.
It was fucking hot.
It's not off topic. It was like 111 when Robin was driving home.
It was 111 when I was driving home. I was like, this fucking blows. I can't even imagine living outside, like not having AC or anything like that. Fuck, dude. Oh my God. IMB Trainer gave some details regarding that Russia thing from 8 years ago. There were meteors / meteorites doing the fireball thing at night, and there was damage in the morning. It looked like lightning in the sky. When they exploded, I definitely remember them. It looked like daylight. There was one particular giant one that exploded, and just for a second, all the CCTVs in the area, it basically looked like it was daytime because it was so fucking bright. Random thing from Captain Fake Guy says, I just learned that we can get free beer if the U.S. reaches 70% vaccination by July 4th.
Nice.
Nice.
Free beer sounds good to me.
Free beer. I'm
What's Your says, the Wendigo saw the cars full of humans and thought, hey, fast food.
Oh.
Captain
Fake Guy says 65 miles per hour. I'm says 75 where they live. MQI says 80. Chunkster says speed limit in Virginia is only 55. That's crazy.
Says NVA sucks.
5 to DZ says parsecs here.
That's funny.
If y'all don't know, parsecs are how they measure stuff in Star Wars. Because, you know, Han Solo.
12 parsecs.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Beef Trainer says I got kicked out of Twitch. Hopefully, well, you're obviously back in again.
Some people got ads. Some people did not get ads. Nefcore got 3 ads. Jeez,
5CDC says, I feel like they're talking shit, but I can't hear them because the ads.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. I still haven't watched the BTS meal McDonald's ad.
It's 30 seconds.
Which makes me want to go to McDonald's.
It's not like anything special. It's just them describing what's in the meal. Like one person, like each takes a line, and then they're just like, get it now.
Let's go to McDonald's after this and get a BTS meal.
It's fucking 10-piece nugget. 10-piece
nugget
the fries.
Sauce is bomb.
You can get the sauce without getting the meal, right?
Yeah, but I want nugs with my sauce.
I'm What's Your Dinner says, dirty joke of the week. I went to a club and they played the Macarena, so I did the Macarena. They played the electric slide, so I did the electric slide. They played Come On Eileen, and I was escorted out.
Oh my God.
How would you know who's named Eileen in that bar?
Oh, man. Nefcore says, it was the app. I had to close Twitch and reopen. I'm glad it was working now. Vivian over on YouTube says, hey, spooky bitches.
Vivian. Do we know a Vivian anymore? Or is there a Vivian out there that's dead to us? No, I'm kidding. Thank you for joining us, Vivian. Long time no see.
Oh my God.
We haven't had a question of the week in a long time.
Captain Fake Guy says it's Anheuser-Busch, so it's Budweiser and Natty Light. What is Natty Light?
It's like natural ice light or something. I can't remember what the name for Natty Light officially is. It's just known as Natty Light. It's not great.
Oh, okay.
You just, you drink it when you hate yourself.
Oh, Vivian says, sorry.
It's totally okay.
Hello,
I know it's the end of the semester, so a lot of folks have been trying to get everything figured out and catch up and pass their stuff, so.
ASB Bunny says it's for the sauce. It is for the sauce. Yo. So good. Aw, they're rhinestoning again. Sounds like fun. I don't know how you do it. They're so detailed. So many rhinestones. It's so impressive. Do you want to start reading your next story?
Yeah, I can jump into my next one. All right, let me go ahead and mark it, and then we'll move into the next wonderful story. All right. Please don't troll me. She's like fingering my hand. Like, look at this. She does this all the time. We'll be hanging out with people. Don't do it. And just start vigorously fingering my hand all the time. Just so no one else can see it, but I have to just sit there and be violated. So,
you violated all my donuts.
Yeah, I did. So she crocheted little donuts with like faces on them for conventions and stuff like that. And they're really cute. They look awesome. If you ever see us at a convention, definitely pick one up. When she'd show it to me to be like, hey, does this look good? I'd be like, let me check. And I put my finger in its like little hole. And I'd be like, oh, like I was putting my finger in their mouth. I'd be like, yep, checks out.
So if you ever want to pick one up, they've all had Adam's finger in them.
Indeed, they have. It's a weird
Jesus
sentence.
Okay.
All right, we're going to move on.
So gross. Okay.
So we're going to move on to our next story of the show. And this one's subject is, yeah, this was trippy. And it starts out like this. Trey again.
Hello, Trey.
Hello, Trey. Just sent the story about my creepy-ass woods that need to be burnt down. I do remember that story. Yeah. Yes, you can share this on the podcast.
Is that the one with the weird cult stuff that happens in it?
No. Cult stuff? It's the one where like they went into the woods because there was weird lights in it.
Okay. Yeah, I remember
and then they felt like they're in different woods and they wound up like sitting against their house and just staring at the bonfire burn out. All right, I'm going to keep moving on. Starts out like this. Yes, you can share this on the podcast. Anywho, this is less creepy and more so what the fuck just happened. To start this off, I frequently experience sleep paralysis, and I don't know about you, but whenever I experience it, it's like I'm fighting it with every bit of strength I have, trying to move and break free. But sometimes I just give up, and it almost feels like I'm falling into nothingness. That is pretty similar to the sleep paralysis I experience, because I feel like if I fall back asleep, I'll die. So I try and shake myself awake for whatever reason.
I don't want to fall back asleep because I don't want to fall back into nightmares.
Fair enough. Well, this wasn't sleep paralysis, but it was trippy as hell. To start, I'm in the Navy, and this happened while we were out to sea.
In the Navy.
I knew you were going to say it. While we were out there, we sleep in berthing, which is essentially bunk beds stacked 3 high and like 60 of them crammed into one room.
I think we've had a friend that tried to, was it Ralph? Someone tried to describe it to us about how sleeping in those things is, where it's like you're just laying in this little tube, right? Not really a tube.
But if the audio's gone quiet for you, it's because Robin's leaning really far back in her chair to mimic how you would sleep.
So you're laying in this thing, but the top bunk above you is barely like it's
like right next to your face.
Yeah. That it sounds terrifying, and I don't think I could do it.
I've like slept in bunk beds at camp or something like that where...
But you have way more space.
Like the top one was really close, where if you sat up too fast, you would definitely smash your face into the one above you. Where you couldn't just sit upright if you were just sitting on your bed. In this case, it's like I equate it to like if you see tour buses, where they're like not like fancy tour buses for rich people. They're like tour buses that just have like several bunks in them.
Yeah.
That's what I always kind of picture it as, because I've never actually seen it except for like in Down Periscope or Up Periscope, or whatever the name of that Kelsey Grammer movie is. Anyways, let's keep going with the story.
I just see them in Below Deck.
I guess. Below Deck is a yacht, like a luxury yacht, so I don't think it's going to be the same thing. But okay, they're sleeping in this bed. So I'm trying to get some sleep, but I have this extreme pressure in my head, like it felt like my head was going to pop. It's like you just can't sit still.
Sorry, I'm way too sweaty. I'm so hot right now.
Robin's going to take off her Harry Potter thing.
I'm so hot. Oh.
She's so full of herself. I'm so hot.
It's so hot in here.
Marking it. All right. It's funny because my mom's room is so cold. It's so cold. It's like you could hang meat in there. This side of the house, as soon as it hits 3 p.m., this room gets to about 85, 9,000 degrees unless you have the AC on super low. And then at night, our room gets barely any circulation. So just from the air being stagnant and the AC not being on, that room will get up to like 80 degrees. If you have the TV on, it's like 85. It's fucking unbearable. All right. So I'm going to keep going. Marking it. Now you guys know all about our air conditioning problems. Fuck. Like my head was gonna pop, and then it started to feel like I was having sleep paralysis. I was so tired I didn't even fight or even try to move. All I hear is my breathing, and it was so loud. All of a sudden, everything seemed all right, and I felt completely weightless, which was weird. I sat up and looked around, and when I looked behind me, I was still laying there. And all I could still hear in the background was my breathing. I went to move, and I floated through my curtain and was now floating 8 feet off the floor. Side note, we have curtains for privacy for our beds. Anyway, I started floating around the room and was floating by people who were walking around doing their own thing.
This sounds like some astral projection.
This is like, astral projection, out of body experience. I then started just moving around the ship and saw what people were doing and listening in on conversations. The background noise was still my breathing. I went to a specific room where we stand watch and chilled there listening to the people and their BS. After a while, I returned to my body and I opened my eyes. I felt like I had slept for like 12 hours, but it had been 30 minutes.
Wow.
I got up and got dressed and went to that same room, and the exact same people were still there and were continuing the same conversation they were having when I was floating there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. This could have just been a trippy dream and some coincidences, or astral projection, or aliens. It's all caps, so I had to say it that way.
Oh my God, okay.
Interested in your opinions and theories because I have no idea. The weirdest part about all of this was during the whole dream, tripping, whatever the fuck it was, I felt like I was at peace. Everything felt all right, if that makes sense. Anyways, love you guys. Keep up the great work. I have all your episodes downloaded and listen to y'all through my workday. Adam, for shits and giggles, look into the almost definitely fake skunk ape.
Sounds hot.
I think we might have talked about the skunk ape before. I don't think we've ever covered it, though. But I will definitely look into it because, like you say, if it's almost certainly fake, I should probably look it up.
It sounds like astral projection.
100%. I think this was astral projection.
But, okay.
Accidental astral projection.
But my mom always told me if you sleep on your back and you have like your belly just hanging out there, that your spirit can leave your body and get lost and never be able to find its way back or something like that. Which...
It's funny because I remember hearing people talk about astral projection and trying to do it, and one person said that they succeeded in doing it. And when you hear people saying that, especially when you're younger, you're like, yeah, sure you did. But one of the things I distinctly remember is you have to focus on your breathing, because if you can still focus on your breathing, it's what roots you back to your body. So like the fact that you were like wandering off, but you could still hear your breathing, I thought at some point you were going to say you had been practicing trying to do astral projection rather than sort of accidentally falling into it, which is absolutely what seems like it happened. The fact that you got up once you came back and you're like, let me go check and see. The first thing I would have thought to do is let me listen in on this conversation and try and remember details and then bring it up later to see if they were actually talking about it, to see if it was real, because that is some crazy, crazy shit, dude.
Another little superstition that I grew up with was that my mom said if you went to sleep with like makeup or something on and you didn't look like yourself, when you sleep, your soul leaves your body, right? And if you have makeup on or you don't look like yourself, like you have a wig or something on, your spirit won't know. Like,
I feel like your mom didn't want you to cosplay or wear makeup, like keep your little girl forever. I mean?
But like, she's like, if you don't look like yourself, your spirit won't know what body to return to.
I see the line of thought, like the logic behind it, but it also sounds like a cautionary tale where it's
but that's all superstitions.
It's like if you don't brush your teeth and your breath doesn't smell like you before bed,
it's like
then your spirit might not find its way back. I didn't know your spirit left your body when you slept. I've never heard that. Or it's before.
Like, don't jerk off, your hair will grow on your hand.
I've never heard that. Look at my hands. They're not that hairy. That's a fucking lie. Just saying.
But you know what? It's like when you grow up.
Is that a superstition?
Yes.
Hairy hands?
Yes.
The next time I see someone with hairy hands, I'm like, stop jerking it.
It's like hair will grow on your palms.
Hair will grow on your palms?
Yes.
I don't think people understand.
Heard that.
No.
Oh my god.
No, and I'm a dude. I've never been told don't jack it because hair will grow on your palms.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Okay, I mean that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
When you're growing up, parents tell their kids stupid stories like that that don't necessarily make sense, but they're cautionary tales. Because your parents want you to.
I'm glad that this advice, what do we think happened, devolved into don't jerk off or you're gonna get hair on your hands. But I think that this was accidental astral projection.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds like that, and I don't want to suggest anything because it's something where you poke around in that area and you never know what might happen. It might not be a pleasant experience, but if it were me, I would probably try to do it purposefully.
I wouldn't.
I'm not saying you should do that. I'm not recommending it, but that's what I would do. So, all right. Good stuff. Thank you for sending that in.
Thank you so much.
Jerk off, your hands get hairy. It's the silliest.
Did you already read the notification from Beast Nerd?
Yep, I read it 24 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you read it, but love you too, Ralph.
I read it, but I actually don't think I read the message itself.
Okay,
not sure what 3 months message is, but here goes. Live you guys, LOL, which was supposed to be love.
Love.
He corrected it in the chat, and I saw
Ralph.
that. We love you too, buddy.
All right.
So Anna says, what about those vaccinated of us who don't like beer?
Krispy Kreme was giving away a free donut every single day if you brought in your vaccination card. Captain Pink Eye says, Rob and I do the exact same thing to my husband, like finger his hands.
So vicious,
Yes.
too.
The Fancy Iguana says, finished my semester last Friday, start the summer semester on Monday, same, and I have to actually drive to school now, and it's stupid.
Ugh. Vivian says, I was going through some shit. I'm fine now, but I'm back now and ready for some spooks.
Yay!
You know we're always here for that.
Captain Fake Eye says, people think I want to hold his hand, but no.
Chunkster says, fingering with like sideways smirk. Is that not the term for it when your hand gets fingered viciously?
Sherry Sue says, I'm so behind with writing back my pen pals. I picked it up again because of boredom and got sidetracked with trying to date, which is impossible.
I bet.
Especially in this day and age, is like, if you're on certain dating apps, it's like all you get are dick pics. You don't want dick pics in your
I'm so
inbox.
tired of getting dick pics in my inbox.
I believe that.
Radio Man says, good evening, Robin and Adam. Good evening, Radio Man.
52DZ says, I just approved fingering. Oh,
Radio
God.
Man says, it's called a coffin rack. I was in the Navy.
Wow. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to sleep in one of those. It's terrifying.
Glitch says, thank you for your service. Indeed, thank you for your service. Also, shout out to Ralph. Thank you for your service. Since we mentioned you, we probably should have said that when we were reading the email as well. Son of a bitch. Oops. I'll edit that into the episode.
For what? Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. It's like I fucking talked to myself over here.
Sorry.
Vivian says, question of the week, it's about damn time. What was the biggest or dumbest lie you believed as a child? That is an excellent question.
If you jerk off, you'll grow hair.
There you go. That's hers. Mine, and I swear to God, it did not occur to me until I was like a full-blown adult, was you couldn't go to Chuck E. Cheese unless it was for a fucking birthday party. I thought that, like, I drove past that thing when I was 16, 18, 20, 24. At some point, it hit me like, I could just fucking go to Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I could go to Chuck E. Cheese right now if I wanted to.
But then you'll be like that weird guy.
Then I was old enough where it's like, well, no, I can't really, because then it'll be super fucking creepy that I'm walking around at Chuck E. Cheese. But yeah, I 100% believe that shit.
I'm Beef Train says, love the tat view, Robin. Thank you. My tattoo is Robot Love Story. You guys can't see it.
She drew it.
It has, well, I sketched it. Right? I sketched it and drew out my idea and all that stuff. And I drew what I wanted the robot to look like. And then the tattoo artist, who is from Hawaii, did the drawing and made everything colorful and beautiful. There's a Death Star in there. There's planets, rocket ships, cute robot
cool
shit.
Stuff. So that's mine. Chunk says, may I suggest a fan? We can't turn a fan on in the office during recording times because it's a really low ambient noise that comes through the microphones. It's very hard to take out.
And with the fan face this way too, you'll just hear all the air.
You'd hear this.
And so we have a fan right now. Fan up
it's
here.
Above us, yeah.
Yeah, there's a fan up here.
This is what you'd hear if the fan was on, okay? Fan the whole time.
Yeah, the entire time.
It's so annoying.
And so we sit in this heat and this stagnant air so that the audio is clear for you guys. Because if we don't, then you'll just hear all this background noise.
I would prefer to have air on me at all times. Like, I need to be in rooms with fans. It makes my life feel so much better. Gonna scroll a little bit more. Glitch says, never enough fans, need one in every room, and a nice big quiet one in the living room. 100% agree. Chung says, at my boyfriend's house, they keep the heater to 80 because his grandma gets joint pain if it's too cold. His room is in the basement, and it's just naturally cooler there, and he has 2 fans always on.
Glitch says, I've been called an ass squatch once. I am a cryptid.
That's funny.
Oh, you know what's funny is there was somebody this weekend at the event that we were at that was like, I love Mothman.
Yeah, that was super cool.
It was cute.
Sherry Sue says, I had dreams where I thought I was flying down the stairs in my house and I swore it was real. On the other hand, as kids, we used to slide down the stairs all the time on our butts. I used to do that too. On we had it's funny, we still have it, a laundry basket that you used to sit in and hope it didn't you wouldn't go fucking face first and go down the stairs and then slam into the wall. So much fun.
Vivian says, if you watch Behind Her Eyes on Netflix, it takes a really weird turn that involves astral projection. I don't want to spoil it, but it's weird and you should definitely check it out.
Right on.
I will have
Good
to check it
recommendation.
out. I just started watching Warrior Nun on Netflix, so
I'm excited to see very soon here The Devil Made Me Do It, The Conjuring 3.
And when does it come out?
I think it comes out this Friday, but I'm not 100 on that. It didn't get perfect reviews on IGN, which I do really respect their main guy, Jim Vajedo. He gives some great reviews. I don't think he was actually the one that reviewed it. But I do really want to see it, and I might actually want to see it in theaters.
Ooh, movie.
We shall see.
That's fucking line.
Chunkster says, I never heard that one, Robin. There we go. One person shot it down.
I Was a Nerd says, I thought I'd had successfully astral projected once, but I had just fallen asleep. I'm So Nerd has heard about it. Captain Fake Eyes heard about it.
I thought I had successfully astral projected once, but then my hands got all hairy. It was weird.
What the fuck?
I've never heard the hairy hands thing before.
Beast Nerd says, I left for a while, and now Robin's selling tickets to the gun show. I got no gun.
That's funny.
You know what this is?
Don't do that.
I hate it.
Jada says, you guys look so good. Thank you, Jada.
Thank you. I'm sweating my balls off.
You should know I'm wearing shorts, and this shirt doesn't even button past my belly anymore. It's just hanging out. My belly button's out this entire fucking show. So since Robin's gonna be mean to herself, I'll be mean to myself too. The difference is I tell her not to do it, and that she's awesome, and she just looks at me disgusted.
Chunkster says, "I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese."
I haven't either.
I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese either. Glitch says, "Get in the car, we're going."
My mom told me that if I crossed my eyes for too long, they would stay that way.
Or if you make funny faces, if you make stupid faces, they'll stay that way.
I realized they were lying pretty quick, but I remember the fear when I first got told that because I was crossing my eyes a whole bunch. I think it could probably mess up your vision, but I doubt your eyes will get stuck that way.
Sherry Sue says, my dad made up a law that we couldn't have bikes a block away from City Line Ave. Then when I went to camp, I learned it was a huge lie. I'm so gullible sometimes. Yeah, sometimes your parents tell you shit that you're like, you believe it. But then you grow up and you're like, mother effers, you lying bitches.
Vivian says, it's always cold as fucking balls in my house. It sounds like a good house.
I'm Beef Turner says, I've also heard the masturbation will make you blind. I've definitely heard that one.
I've heard that one. I never believed it, though.
5GDZ says, I slid down the stairs on my butt today.
I was going to say, was it on purpose? Or did you fall?
Sat on HBO Max. I fall down the stairs all the effing time.
She falls up the stairs sometimes, too.
Yeah. Sherry Sue says, so excited for the Conjuring sequel. I'm so stinking excited.
I really love both those actors, too. Vera Farmiga
those.
and what's-his-face? I always forget his name.
I never remember his name.
He is wonderful.
Vivian
he is excellent in
says,
everything.
Robin, you have bat wings. Be proud of them. I do like my wings. They are themed after the gargoyles from Castlevania. Or not themed. What is it called? Inspired by, I guess.
Captain Peg Guy says to IMB Train, if you take too much Viagra and have an erection for too long, that could actually make you blind.
Wow.
That's good
and
to
that's
know.
coming from a fucking doctor.
Indeed
so
it is.
You know. That is true. Beastner says, Adam's selling tickets to the short shirt show now.
Indeed.
52DZ says Saturday for The Conjuring. Ooh, okay.
Comes out on a Saturday? That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's usually Friday.
Do you want to go? I actually really want to go. Okay.
Fancy Iguana says, I leave for 2 seconds. We're talking about masturbation. Makes sense. Yeah, Robin brought it up for some reason.
Yeah. No, it's just we were talking about superstitions.
We're in the middle of an email, and Robin literally goes, so how about jacking off? And I was like, this is weird. We're still talking about it. Not really. That's not what happened. Vivian says, for a while, your parents are your only source of information. It can be really easy to manipulate kids because they can't double check anything.
Oh, 5DZ means it's Saturday on HBO Max is The Conjuring. So that's what we're watching this weekend. That's what we're watching on Saturday. We're going to be watching that. Don't fucking tell me what to do, bitch.
Stop shaking the cameras.
I'll cut you. Stab.
You're the worst, dude. You're the worst streamer of all fucking time.
You say that, but I'm pretty cute.
You're cool and you're cute, but you're the worst.
All right. 5GDZ says I quit. It's the margarita. No, we totally got it. Saturday on HBO, The Conjuring. We got this.
Sherry Sue says, I haven't been to a movie for over a year. Same here. I can't remember the last movie we saw in theaters. It might have been in 2019, actually. Because in 2020, we went straight to Mexico, came back. February, we went to a con.
But it was out here.
No, February let me finish. February went to a con out in Anaheim/LA and then to...
OMG. That was just one day, though.
So it doesn't count, apparently. I'm wrong.
It was just an
event.
Then
the medieval times. Then we came back, had a con out here a little bit after that. And then, boom, the world shut down. I don't think we've seen a movie since 2019. So, in theaters, that is.
Let's see. Sherry Sue says, I haven't been to a movie for over a year. That is all of us. We haven't been to a movie in freaking maybe a year and a half, 2 years almost, maybe.
That's what I was just saying, 2019. Yeah. That's the whole reason I was talking about
crap.
that. It's like she doesn't listen to a thing I say.
Glitch says, where the F is my Pokemon Snap? You're not the worst, but I need more Pokemon butt pictures, Robin. I'm always trying to get them to turn and look at me, but they never want to look at me. Okay, I'm going to read my next story now.
All right, cool. Let me mark it. So I was reading this thing from Captain Fake. I said, listen, it's not a joke. Some dude had this issue when I was a med student. We had to call the urologist, and they had to draw the blood out.
Imagine, like, sticking a needle into your wiener and just...
I would prefer to not imagine that. In fact, I think we should just mark it and
Eef.
move into the last story of the episode. That's not scary-ish. That's just scary.
That's just scary. Okay.
Final email transition.
Yeah, I know what to fucking do. I've been doing this for fucking however many episodes.
You can't remember to
You know
keep
what?
your fucking elbows
You know
off
what?
the desk. It's weird. You're gonna make someone sick, and there's not gonna watch.
You make me sick.
Okay, cool. I will press stream. We will stop.
But that's the... I mean, we're already streaming. Why would you press stream again?
Because you're being mean. That's why.
All right. Okay, so we're going to get into the last email of the episode, and it's from Chaboy Juan.
What's up, Chaboy Juan?
How'd you say Juan?
Chaboy Juan.
Oh, you don't say it like Juan?
No. I
Really?
don't say it with breathy J.
Oh, I don't know.
Juan.
I always say Juan. Juan. Okay. The subject is, I think my new apartment is haunted.
Okay.
Sounds terrifying. We'll get into it. Hello, Adam, Robin, Spooky Mom, and all other spooky family.
Hello.
Hello.
And all of you yell hello right now.
Hello.
Like, yell. Okay, if you yelled once and you didn't yell it like Mrs. Doubtfire, you have to yell it again now and do it. Do it right now.
Oh my god.
Hello.
It's me again, Chaboy Juan. Let's just jump right into it. The other day, I posted in the Facebook group how I think my home is haunted. A little background, I recently moved into my new apartment roughly 2 weeks ago from date of writing this. The apartments I moved into is very old. The buildings look as if they've been here for about 40 plus years. The interior of the apartments are decent, but dated for sure. I made it through the first week with no incident. I mean, my apartment was creepy, just solely because it was dark and empty. My days consisted of sleep and work, then sleep and work. While I'm here, I would like to give a trigger warning and also a disclaimer. This is all true, and I truly wish it wasn't.
What's the trigger warning regarding? Just that it's scary?
Maybe.
I'll mark this and circle back and put in what the trigger
All right,
warning's
all right,
about
all right,
if it's
all right,
something
all
too
right.
intense.
I'm trying to scroll through and see what it was.
Okay. I'd like to point out while she's...
it's an animal thing. It's an animal thing.
Animal cruelty thing?
No, not an animal cruelty thing, but like dead animals.
Okay.
Thing. Okay. The first thing I noticed was immediately after my roommate moved in, I was laying on my couch on the complete other side of my living room, and the TV turned and Xbox turned on and started playing a movie. His name is Jason, so the roommate.
Gotcha.
The remotes for my TV and console were next to the TV. Too far for my lazy self to get up and get it. You can control all that stuff from your phone if you have an Xbox.
If it's already set up.
If it's already set up. I pointed out that's just a tip from us. I pointed out to my roommate how I didn't turn it on, nor could I have turned it on because the remotes are so far away from where I was. All right. So that was the first happening. So they didn't mean for the TV or Xbox or anything to turn on. It just was. And so they're both like, what the fuck?
Right.
All right. A few days later, my roommate's kid came to stay for a few days at our apartment. One morning, he walks up and says he has to tell us something. So we ask him what's up, and he tells us a creepy doll has been trying to talk to him. Red flag number 2 right there. Granted, he is still a toddler, so many would brush it off and just say it's his imagination. But after the TV thing, I was much more accepting of the possibility that something was trying to talk to him. I promised him I would do something to protect him and that it would be okay. Now for today, the reason for the trigger warning. This morning, I woke up and walked out into my living room, and it was dark. I look under one of the end tables, and I see a dark mass sitting underneath the table. I don't know what it could be, but naturally, I'm curious. I pull out my phone and shine the flashlight at the mass on the floor. Again, trigger warning, and I do want to apologize for what I'm about to tell you. I look under the table with my flashlight and I see a small ball of fur. It was the body of a kitten sitting underneath my table, and I have no idea where it could have come from. And I am thoroughly freaked out. Where did it come from and why was it dead? That, my spooky friends, is why I think my apartment is haunted.
It's a pretty abrupt ending.
Yeah. It's scary because it was empty. The apartment was empty before. So the apartment was empty before, and then all of a sudden there's a cat that's dead under some furniture, right? What the F?
I mean, sometimes when it comes to pets that are sickly, they just sort of crawl into a spot where they can hide under something.
Right.
Kind of for shelter. When they're older, they do it like when they're getting ready to pass away. If the kitten lost its mother, it's possible that it was just sort of looking for someone or something. And I just like, how the hell would it make its way into your apartment without you noticing in the first place? That is absolutely a mystery. The kid's saying that there's a doll that wants to talk to them. If you don't have a doll in your house, I think that one's super, super weird. So I don't know. But yeah, overall, it's definitely a lot of red flags being thrown up in this new apartment. So I think it's interesting, though, that you mentioned that this started happening after your roommate moved in. So maybe he's a demon. I don't know. Try throwing some holy water in his face, see if it sizzles his skin.
If it sizzles his skin? What the fuck? But hopefully nothing else super scary happens in your apartment and things kind of chill out from here on out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But thank you for sending that in. If anything new happens, definitely reach out and let us know because we are interested and we need follow-up.
Yeah.
So one more time, thank you for sending that in.
Thank you.
All right, let's read over the stream chat and then get Marbles on Stream set up. Your fucking speakers are making that horrible, hideous noise.
I just turned it off.
Well, they're on.
Well, I don't know.
See what I put up with, y'all?
Fuck you.
See? Don't slap me. Someone get me a battered significant other shelter to call right now. All right, I'm going to start reading some of this stuff. Going to put it over on my screen so Robin can't read it because she's being mean. I'm going to hog you. Okay, I'll put it over here. We can share it. All right, where did we leave off? Talking about bloody penises, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Talking about like, oh, Chunkster says watched Quiet Place 2 in theaters last week. I haven't seen the first one though. I really want to see A Quiet Place 2, but at the same time, I'm missing John Krasinski real hardcore. I hate that he died in the last one.
You shouldn't not see a movie when the guy who you're missing is the fucking dude who wrote and directed it.
And
his success as a human being
I know.
is directly tied to whether or not you see it. That's
Yeah.
just the worst reason to not see
You're
it.
just whatever. Where did this come from? This is cool.
That's my thing for Maximum Fun.
Oh,
I've had it
cute.
there for about 2 months now.
Wow, it's cute.
All right, scrolling. Everyone yelled out hello like Mrs. Doubtfire in the chat. I say everyone. It was two people. It was Sherry, Sue, and Jaguars. Scrolling. People are telling MQI to turn off the offensive language filter. It's just like any other thing. You just go into settings and say, let me see the folks.
All right, so Captain Fake Guy says an erection lasting more than 4 hours is dangerous.
Right, that's what you hear in the commercials
Yeah.
for sure. I'm what Trina says. I know it's not exactly your area of expertise, but how long is too long? Okay, so that was the answer that you already read further down.
Captain Fake Guy says, don't
Over
try
4
and
hours.
approach that. Yeah, I don't even know how. I have such a horrible attention span. I can't see anybody like without the help of medication have one that long, you know?
A 4-hour boner?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, no. Let's just move on. All right, what else we have?
Okay.
We have determined that MQI's Twitch is on drugs because they say they don't have the setting in which to turn off the profanity filter. I don't know. Sherry Sue says, poor kitty. I always wish I could experience paranormal stuff. Also, I wish I could speak to my past ancestors in my dreams. I've heard some people can do that. I don't really want to experience paranormal stuff. Past ancestor stuff would be pretty cool, though.
Glitch says, I like that doggo picture. This is actually
A painting that she ordered
I
for
didn't
one of
order
our
it.
dogs.
Okay, so I got this. It was a commission, right? A commission of our dog Yui. She's still alive. This is not like one of those things that you get for your dogs after they pass away. It was a commission that someone did for me because I traded her a bunch of pins. So she wanted a bunch of pins for my shop, and she painted animals and things like that. So I was like, can you paint my dog? And so she painted one of our doggos, and it's really cute. And it's definitely worth trading the pins for. So
Indeed.
if you do stuff like this and you want to trade, and you like if you don't have pins or stuff like that, but you still want to trade because you paint or do whatever, let me know. We can maybe work something out.
So I'm going to go ahead and move the chat over to a different window, but we are going to fire up Marbles on stream here. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook and you would like to participate, you need to go over to twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast in order to do so. Going to go ahead and switch the scene right now. Robin's going to go ahead and grab her phone. It's odd. There was an update for Marbles on stream today, and now it's taking a whole lot longer to pop up on the screen. But now that it has, you may begin voting. !vote, then the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race. Also, Captain Fay did not make the chat weird. We talk about dicks all the time. She just enlightened us with what could happen if you have a boner that lasts more than 4 hours.
Did someone say,
which is something that we should all know about.
Yeah, and it's nice to hear stuff from an actual doctor and not like the internet.
I would prefer to hear something from a doctor who is a boner professional than someone who's just been around a bunch of boners socially because they don't really know what they're talking about. Always trust the doctor.
Oh, yeah. That's what Doctor Who's taught me. Always trust the doctor. Oh, I also finished a new JoJo drawing. I gotta post that on my Insta. Captain Fake Guy says, I am not a boner professional. She is a baby professional. Correct. But she's still a doctor. It doesn't make
She is a
less.
doctor.
She is a doctor. Chunkster said, like that time from Strap On, my boyfriend never let it die. I hope he never lets it die. Let it go on forever.
I don't think any of our votes are being tallied right now. It says Scaryish Podcast right here.
Oh, shit. Huh, weird.
Yeah, none of it says we're logged in.
Oh, there it is. Okay, everybody has to vote again.
All right, start your votes up again, and we'll see if this works. It had our name, Scaryish Podcast, in the top right this whole time. That is so annoying. But yes, now the votes are being tabulated.
The next thing I want to draw is like Bucciarati or something from JoJo. I want to draw more JoJo stuff because JoJo's so popular. And they just put more episodes up on Netflix too. But I also have to draw like Demon Slayer stuff. There's just too much to do.
It's a
too
lot
little
to draw.
time. Yeah.
Too many questions.
Ulrich says, to be fair, boners are usually part of the baby process. That's fucking funny.
That is true. Do the Pillar Men, please. LOL.
Oh my
says
god.
Glitch.
That one from part 2, I think. That one scares the crap out of me where he like
absorbs
people. Oh my fuck.
It's not as sexy as normal vampires are, but it's definitely pretty fucking creepy.
Oh my god, when the guy cuts his legs off and the pillar guy, like goes into, and he's just screaming like, he's going into my wound. It's fucking terrifying. Seriously, that anime is so fucked up.
I am Beatrice says, so just curious, do we have any other doctors and medical professionals in this group? We do. I don't know if they're here today.
I don't think they're here tonight, but we do have some therapists, I think. They are
therapists,
in our
veterinarians.
Discord. Glitch says, yeah, but they're hot for no reason.
That's funny. So I believe the track we're going to be racing is Devil's Chaos, which when we get to it, if it's still in the lead, that is the one we will race. One that'll scare the heck out of you is the original Salem's Lot. Interesting.
ASV Bunny says, I'm a mental health support worker.
There you go. All right. 4 votes for Devil's Chaos. On average, it takes folks 3 minutes and 37 seconds to finish this. Zero Cool, the protagonist from the movie Hackers, is the world record holder with 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Locally, though, we haven't raced it. So let's jump in there, set those world records. 2 minutes and 4 seconds, what we're looking for if you would like to be the champion of the world. Exclamation point play to get your marble on stream. I think we might be in a new season, but I'm not 100 on that, so we'll see what happens at the end. And if we all have had our tallies reset to 0, starting the countdown at 70 seconds. I feel like no, it's good. It's good. I was going to say, I feel like our chat window is off to the left because the names aren't lining up. I have it set so that the chat will line up above Robin's thing. It's just that everyone's saying exclamation point play, which is a fairly short sentence.
Yes.
We only have 14 marbles. We know there's more of you out there watching. We've talked to some of you recently stating, I always watch, but I never participate in marbles. Do it now. Type an exclamation point play. Sherry Sue says, yay, I'm in this time. That is wonderful to see because they were not able to get in last week.
Glitch says, is there a stream donation goal this month?
There is. If you check in the top left, you can see it says June monthly donation. We have not yet decided what it's going to be. We were offering last month that we would do an extra stream, which would be a VR stream. We did not hit the goal.
Why don't we do another cooking stream? That sounds fun.
Sure, we'll do another cooking stream if we get to 200. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's all the
Jesus.
beer.
I really enjoyed cooking last time. I thought it was really fun.
You didn't even want to be on camera most of the time.
No, I love.
Jesus. Are you okay? Robin is not okay. I have moved water over towards her so that she can go ahead and drink some when she needs to. I will follow the race while I stare and make sure that she's going to be fine. You need to throw up?
No, I felt like a bug just flew into my mouth.
There's been a lot of gnats in the house lately because there was some
Oh my God.
rotten fruit downstairs. It wouldn't shock me if you just swallowed one.
Oh my God.
Right now, Jaguarins is in first place. Now that we know that Robin's going to be okay and that she just ate an exotic bug. Also, if you have a shellfish allergy, you should not eat cicadas. It was announced today. Me and IMB Trainer were just sent to hell. Radio Man 33 is in first place right now.
That was awful. Holy crap. So bad.
Looks like the scriptery has also fallen off the track. Radio Man 33 is still in first place by a good distance. However, Glitch Grim and Jaguarins are right behind.
ASB Bunny says, will there be games this weekend? We will be playing Resident Evil 8. Continuing to anyway. So we'll start where we left off last time.
Indeed. We don't have any events to be attending in person, so we will be doing the stream.
I'm Beef Trainer says, I have a good ghostie to share. I found out recently that I have been published twice in my field, which is chemistry.
That's
and
awesome.
I haven't yet finished my bachelor's. Wow. Congratulations.
That's
awesome.
pretty amazing. Congratulations.
Oh, ASB Bunny says, cool, so I can sleep in and not get up at 3 a.m. Yeah, you're good. Vivian says, bye, spooky friends. Goodbye.
Thank you for joining us, Vivian. We're glad you're back and that things are better now for you.
I'm West Virginia says, I just realized I'm working during the game stream. That sucks. But it will be on YouTube later, so you can watch it there.
Radio Man 33 and Jaguarins are taking different paths, but they're kind of neck and neck right now. I think the only way someone else catches up is if they take that center track, but even then, it's getting kind of out of hand. I'm pretty sure the right track has that stupid swirly, squiggly, shock-looking spring that takes fucking forever to get through. So even though Jaguarins is in the lead, they might actually take longer to get to the end than everyone else.
Vivian says, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Good fight, good night.
All right, Radio Man 33 has been launched out of the snake-like thing and dropped into the swirls and somehow made it all the way down super quick. So they are definitely in the lead. Let's check and see.
ASB Bunny says, I'll definitely watch a stream on YouTube when I wake up. Nice.
Backing
Jaguar says, hey, I haven't fallen off yet. That's a record for me.
Right.
That's funny.
I'm pretty sure I fell off. I fell off first, or like at the same time someone else was falling off.
Dang, Radio Man's just killing it.
It's way out in front. However, Chunkster's going to try and make a run here. They're back there, so if Radio Man, for whatever reason, gets caught by this fan blade, Chunkster might have a shot at it. Otherwise, I think Radio Man 33...
There's still pegs that could launch you.
Radio Man 33 has a pretty good... No, I think they're going to be all right. Oh, shit. Here comes Chunkster. Right down Chunkster Lane. That was a riff on that Santa song. Okay, let's keep going.
What?
I think Radio Man 33 is finally doing okay, but if Chunkster has a good line here... Nah, Chunks is going to take a solid second place. Congratulations, Radio Man 33. Type in !merch. Then go ahead, click that link, go over to Robin's Kawaii Corner, and find a sticker that's spooky themed. And you just message us. You can email us, storytime@scaryish.com, and say, this is the sticker I would like, and here is where you can send it. I'm going to let everyone else trickle in to collect some points on the season. Sherry Sue is all the way back here in the coil. You can see that blue wave of death is approaching. They might get out in time.
Gnats, yum.
So gross. It's so gross.
I'm Beef Trainer says I got published in a couple chemistry education publications. It was a lab experiment in which titration can be done using electron transfer and changing the charge of polyatomic compounds.
Ah, yes. That is super interesting and super awesome.
I am not good at chemistry. I say I'm not good at chemistry, but I really enjoy it. I think it's fun.
All right, congratulations, Sherry Sue.
But it's not
Finished
my bag.
The race. Yep, it was a reset on the season, so Radio Man is currently in the lead with 6 points. They said yes.
Glitch is mad because I beat them, and I got 1 point for it. Woo.
Indeed. The scriptery, myself, and IMB trainer all fell off. And IMB trainer said, and thanks, Adam and Robin. I got curious and searched my name and found the publications. Okay, she already read that. Cool. Gonna go ahead and type race menu. You can go ahead and vote for the next and final race of the evening.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not it. I have to put vote first. Yeah. I really want to go to Disneyland, Disney World. My coworker sent me a picture from his hotel room at Disney World, and there's fucking giraffes outside their room. What the F?
It's pretty cool.
I'm so jealous.
Action Phazon says, made it just in time for the last race. Indeed you did. Indeed you did.
Yes, indeedio. I don't know if that's an actual thing.
You can make it a thing. Why not? All right. I think we have a lot of votes for Convergence. Pretty sure that Convergence is number 23. We will see when it gets back around. If it's over 5, then we're pretty much guaranteed to race that one because a lot of others are scattered with 1 or 2 votes at most. So we'll see what 23 is at when it shows up. If it's over 5, that's the one we're going to race. If it's 5 or over, let me put it that way.
Nice, nice, nice.
Shot. Another vote for 23 coming in from Nefcor. Yep, we're at 7 votes. It takes 2 minutes and 19 seconds for the average bear. Minute 40 for BDOS Run, who is the world record holder. For Spooky Friends, we did it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and Emanon holds the record at 2 minutes. So let's jump in there. Final race of the evening. As soon as you see the racetrack pop up, type an exclamation point play. Get your marble in the race.
It's in. I was first.
You were indeed. Gonna give it a 70-second countdown.
Man, my throat hurts now.
Yeah, that sounded awful. It sounded like you were going to throw up. It sounded like you were going to cough up a lung and then vomit all over the floor at the exact same time.
It was like something sharp entered my throat in a non-sexy way. It would have been better if it were a sexy way, but it wasn't. It was just really painful and scary.
I'm watching. Says, is anyone else's stream vid super fuzzy looking? If you just go to the bottom right-hand corner, there's a gear icon. Twitch will change your streaming quality based off of your device's speed. You can put it to auto, which is when that will happen, or you can just set it to be the highest quality that the streamer outputs, which I believe for us is 1080p.
Are we?
So,
wow.
Indeed.
Wally.
All right. We have 17 marbles this race, which is wonderful to see. I'm going to click on that.
Oh, did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear that one?
Oh, God. Our cat will not stop meowing for our attention. It's so annoying. It's cute for the first day, but when you have meetings all freaking day and she's just crying in the background or rubbing at your feet and then trying to chew all your fucking super expensive cords, which since you let her in, you're now in charge of making sure she doesn't do, it gets super annoying super quick. Scripter is the first person to fall all the way down. Robin has the kitty cat now. She actually allowed herself to be picked up, which shows you just how much she would like to be in the room with us.
Jaguarin says, I had a short story published this week.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Getting published, period, is so difficult. Unless you self-publish, in which case, so expensive.
Academic publications can be a huge pain in the ass, too, because you have to make sure like all your citations are on point. It's a pain. All right, the scriptery is still in the lead, launches forward and gets onto the first track. I don't know what's about to happen. Oh, that's a wall that you go inside and you are escalated up to. The cat is now moving over onto my leg. It's going to be a bit difficult here, but I think we'll be able to manage.
Hello.
Scriptery is still in the lead. She has her hand on my tummy, and the scriptery has fallen off. However, MQI is like way, way, way in the lead. We'll see if anyone's able to catch up here. God, she's so needy right now. It's unbelievable. She could barely even hang on. Gonna have to hold her so she doesn't fall. You're such a precious little kitty cat. Also, she needs her nails trimmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just got them caught in my shirt, so. ASB Bunny and MQI are neck and neck right now. Oh, MQI ran into one of these stupid pegs as soon as she hit the launcher. This cat is popping her fucking nails, and it hurts so much. Let's go to the front of the line. I'm What's for Dinner is now leading the pack. Skipped right past that last pulsating, throbbing rod. that's been pulsating and throbbing for more than 4 hours, so it's quite dangerous, and has taken the victory. Congratulations, I'm What's for Dinner. Captain Vega has fallen off along with Robin. Not only did you take the victory, you did it in Scaryish Spooky Friends setting time. Record setting time? Yeah. So we'll just continue to watch and see who manages to get to the end before the blue wave of death consumes them. IMB Trainer is trying to get there in second place, with Chunkster racing them neck and neck, and then me trying to spoil the party. Looks like it will be IMB Trainer, Chunkster, myself, MQI got launched off the end. I don't know how that happened. Let's just let the rest of the folks trickle in. Jaguarns as well somehow got launched off the side. The blue wave of death is still pretty far behind. So Radio Man, Nefcor, and Sherry Sue don't have too much to fear, but it is approaching.
I'm What's for Dinner says, yeah, husband and wife combo for the win.
That's funny. This is just bad timing. Sometimes you get stuck behind these stupid fucking rods and it slows everything down. Sherry Sue is going to complete the race yet again. Think he'll collect some points for 7th as well. Radio Man 33 looks like they're going to complete it as well. Although Nefcor keeps getting stopped and is definitely going to be swept away by the wave of death. I'm What's for Dinner. Congratulations. Minute 49, that's the track record for Spooky Friends. You go up to 7 points on the season, so you tie Radio Man for the lead, and Chunkster for the lead, finishing 4th and 3rd, has you overall tied for 1st. Pretty good. All right, don't forget to type an exclamation point merch, which Glitch has already done. Click on that link if you would like. Go there, find a spooky sticker that you think looks awesome. Let us know which one it is and where we can send it. We'd be more than happy to do that. Going to switch over to the regular camera now. And it actually worked. ASP Bunny redeemed a high five. I have stopped trying to redeem these once we're already in the outro, because there's just no way for us to do it without constantly interrupting the end sequence, which, as funny as it is, it's, you know, it's a joke. Joke's a good couple of times, and you start doing them like 7 or 8 or 19 times, and it's just like, it's not as funny anymore. So we'll redeem that high five. It was kind of a side high five. Let's go for an over the top high five. There we go. That's better. Redeemed. Gonna go ahead and mark this and just do the outro so we can all go about our lives and enjoy the rest of this wonderful Wednesday. And of course, Glitch goes ahead and redeems another high five. No more. So I want to thank everyone who sent in their stories. It's always nice when people decide to share something that's happened to them personally, and they trust us and the listeners/viewers to receive that story and just take it in, and it's always really entertaining to do as well. So if you have a story you would like to send, please email storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. You can also hit us up on any of our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Twitter is @Scaryish and Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. Robin, for anyone who would like to donate, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. And at $1, you get ad-free episodes, which you can't go wrong with ad-free.
Ad-free is the way to be.
There's also physical merch tiers, things like that. And then if you're not into the monthly tier thing, you can also do one-time donation. Those are at coffee, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. All your donations going to helping us support our kitty cat.
For those of you who have not been watching live, our cat barged into the room at some point and was walking cute all over the desk.
But so it helps us keep going, making the podcast, supporting all our animals, and you know, taking care of them.
It actually doesn't go to that at
all. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody who has donated and helped us make this podcast what it is today.
Indeed. So thank you one more time, and that's everything I have for this episode of Storytime. So Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.